Hello guys and welcome back. So after a while I created actually two trim sheets. One is like this, it's a detail one with many smaller things like cables, panels, grids, and all those kind of like things. Uh, and that's one of them. And I have another one with bigger panels and bigger structures, simpler shapes. Okay, like this. Okay, so that's two of the trim sheet. Now, if you wanted to create something complicated and less repetitive, you do need more than two trim sheets. Okay, you need ones for the circular shapes. You need to have different distributions, not just this kind of like dimension. You could have like thinner ones or longer ones, horizontal ones, vertical ones, circular ones, right? So this is not enough yet, but it's a good start. Okay, so what we need to do now is go ahead and save our maps. So we can grab our map and save them. You can change the intensity to something higher or lower based on how much you want to go. The higher value will make the normal map stronger. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and save this guy. So let me go click on save, and then I'm gonna save it here. Okay, and then we can go back here to the detail one. Okay, and we can also save the normal map also here. Okay, so I have saved those already, so I don't need to wait for those. So let's go ahead and back to Maya. We can also create multiple pieces, not just this piece, right? We can create yet another piece just to have at least two pieces to play with. Okay, so let me Control D to duplicate that. All right, and then I'm gonna go to the edge mode and maybe just give it a little bevel here, like that. And then I can maybe grab the middle part and do another extrusion and drag it up. Let's see, maybe 2 unit up. Okay, and then I can grab the edges here and let's see, shrink them, maybe 3 or 4 units. It will be easier if I can just grab the lines and drag them. Okay, so this can be just another variation of the pieces, right? It does have a middle part pointing out. Now this one has a good UV, but my other guy does not, so I have to fix the UV for this guy. Okay, so let me grab all the faces here in the middle and then create UV shell, move it out, do a unfold. Okay, and then I have to go for modify orange shell to make it go straight again, and go to the UV toolkit, and I'm gonna look for actually just the layout. Again, the layout setting is doesn't really care about the scale mode to it's non-uniform, so that way when I do layout, it's just gonna be in the U1v1 space. Okay, and then let me drag it out, and then I can think about how do I distribute my my little faces. I can grab maybe the bottom one and then create UV shell and see where can I put it. Maybe here. Okay, so I'm gonna hold X and put it there. And we can also go to the material and just go to the norm map and change it to one of the norm maps we were using. Okay. Or if it's easier to see, we can also just change it to one of our AOs. So we can basically get rid of the norm map because it's a little hard to see in Maya. Because we have an AO, in this case, we could actually just get our AO. Actually, the AO is over here. Whoops. Let me see where did I put it. I didn't really have a project file, so that's where I put it. Okay, and then I can look for the AO here. I can use this one. so that we can see what's going on, right? So now we have this bottom piece populated with that. And then what else? See, these guys are on the back. I think I can accept that. That's fine here. For these guys, not sure how do I go with that. Maybe I can make this part separated by creating UV shell. And maybe I can put it here. Okay. Now you can see if you don't have like enough different like sizes, dimensions, and you only have one dimension for one piece, that would be difficult. Okay, but you could cheat with trying to say, okay, I can just use it to take care of or cover this area, and I could do that. Okay, so let me hold it on X and put it there, and then go to edge mode. Can actually go to UV, and I'll select these two. Okay, so that I can drag this guy over to cover that. And for the other edge over here, I could just drag it, go to the UV, okay, and deselect these guys, and then I can drag them up to make them cover, that. I could even drag it down, because this is just for me to find out where do I have my panels, right? So it's not just limited to like has to be in the trim sheet, and it doesn't really have to be matched with those pieces, because we don't always need that perfect bevel anyways. Let's take a look at this middle part. For this guy, maybe I can create a shell, and I can fill it into the U1 V1 space by using layouts, and I can go for half on the V direction twice, and then turn on the U, half again, and then I can go to vertex UV, right? Double click, holding on X while dragging it to put it over there. And now you can see I have two choices. I could do this one or this one, right? So it's all up to you. I think some cable here in the middle will be really cool. All right, and we can keep on going and look for like places to put our stuff. Okay, we could have this guy cover this entire top piece. Okay. All right. Again, doesn't really need it to be like perfect. We don't need perfect bevel sometimes. It's not like that necessary. And what else? So the bottom one is here. I'm missing this piece. This piece is not taken care of yet. So let me go ahead and make it go there. Okay, so all I have to do is match it to the U1 V1 space, go for half, and again, and then turn on that. Okay, go to the UV mode, double click on the one of the UV point, and then I can drag it here. See, the size is not quite right. Okay, if I could, shift it here. I shift that so that I can make this guy bigger and this guy a little bit shorter. That way I can have the proper proportion. Okay, that seems okay. Let's see. So here maybe I can even just make it right, matching right there. Okay, cool. So what else? This side is all up to you. You could have it, UV'd or not, because this is never gonna be seen if you don't really need to like show people this thickness. Oftentimes they're used for walls, and they will be like connecting each other, so they will not really showing you this face. But just in case, you could actually give them UV. Let me use cylindrical here, and then I can move it away, and I could put this one into U1V1 and then go for half there, and again, and I can put it here. I guess it's the one of the places I could go, but you know, this one doesn't, I don't have a proper sheet for that. Okay, I don't really need it, so I could just use that instead. And let's see what else. Those guys are fun, they're just getting stretched here in the middle. So we could also just redo the UV real quick by using a optimize, and then go for like a orange shell. Okay. And then we can fit them into U1V1 space, go half twice, right? And then I can put them into the proper place. Okay. All right, to get rid of the stretching over there. All right, so that's just another piece that finished UVing to match all the different panels into the U1V1 space and into the trim sheet. Okay. All right. And when we're done with that, we can go grab both pieces and go for File, Export Selection. We can use FBX and just replace the previous one. Now back here to the game engine, we can then go import, and we can grab our bevel trim sheet. Actually, this one is the one we use, and then we can, I don't even need to import the material or texture because I can create those guys later. Just to keep things clean, we have two meshes, right? And then let me go ahead and import the textures. So this one, and you know, 5 of them, the original bevel trim sheet, 2 detailed normal and 2 detailed AO, and open that. All right, now I can go ahead and create a material for these guys. Okay, here, call this guy panel base material, or m_panel base. All right, and double click to open it. So what I need to do is dragging in the necessary textures. So that's going to be 1 AO, 1 normal, 1 base normal. That should be everything I need to build one. So let me drag them in, right? This is the normal, so that goes to the normal. And this one is, this is actually the normal, so let me drag it in there. Actually, both of those are normal. This is the AO, we can drag the AO there, that's no problem. And for the other AO, normal, we could blend them together, so we can do this blend angle corrected normals, right? And we can use the base normal here, additional normal there, and then that result goes to the normal. Okay. And we can convert all these to parameter, and we can call this guy base trim normal, and this guy will be like detailed normal. So we can swap this guy or that guy out, and this is the AO, right? That's the textures we can use. And then we can also specify a base color. We don't have any texture created from designer, so I'm just gonna create, holding on V and click to create a vector, and this is gonna be the base color. Okay, and then I can hold it down S twice and create 2 singular parameter and connect them to metallic and roughness. Okay, so metallic and roughness. Okay, and then metallic, I can give it a value of like 0.5. Roughness can also have a value like that, maybe 0.3 for roughness. color can be something mid-gray, a bit darker maybe. All right, and let me apply and save this. So this is going to be the base material that we can use for all of our other panels. So when that compilation is done, we can then create a material instance. I can call this guy simple one, and then we can Control-C, Control-V. And this is going to be the detail one. Okay. All right. Save that. Now I can grab my geometries. As you can see, they are very simple models. Okay. But then we can drag in our detail one here. And maybe this base one there, and take a look. For now, they're not any different, but as you can see, we're having a lot of detail already. Cool. So all you have to do is using those blocks to start blocking in your level. And there are many things we can do now, like I can drag this guy out to create another piece. But for this guy, I can go change the material. Let me actually double click on the detail and swap out the AO and the normal. Okay, so I'm going to use my detailed normal and detailed AO. Okay, and save that. Cool. Huh, this one is having some weird structure. Maybe I dragged in the wrong thing. Okay, so this is using this AO, that's correct. Using this normal, that's also correct. I guess it was just compiling or something. Drag that in again. No. Simple one is fine. This one is having some trouble. What's going on here? Maybe I was blending the other two together. Let's see. Yeah, I was using the base trim detail. Of course, that's gonna be the problem. I want to swap out this guy instead, right? Okay, that gives me the detailed panel here. So I can, now I have actually 4 different variations because I have 2 different shapes, 2 different models, right? And also 2 different trim sheet. That gives me 4 different shapes, right? So I can use the simple one for this guy. You can see that's different, right? And this guy, when I drag it out, I can use the detail one here. As you can see, the different. All right, cool. So yeah, that's basically the idea behind the modular workflow and trim sheet. With those 2 techniques, we could create like very detailed environment and have a non-destructive workflow. Okay. All right, so that's gonna be everything I want to talk about. If you really want to create something complicated, you do need those modular pieces, but you also need to create some hero pieces, cables, variations like that, and also you need more trim sheet. One is not enough. Probably need like I don't know, 10 kind of thing, or even like more, or based on how much detail you want to go for, you could end up with different amount of trim sheet and shapes. You need those square shapes. You can have like shoulder shapes because it can sometimes they work if you shrink them, but the texture will be stretched. Okay, so that's not very cool. Sometimes you could use them in different positions, so they do looks like they are different pieces for different part. But still, I think it would be better to have more trim sheets and more different shapes to actually break up the similarities of different pieces. All right, cool. That's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching.